we've reached an all-time low. I you have vintage curator in your bio. If you have anything regarding the fact that you curate, seek out vintage decor for profit. So if you're a reseller and you state that you are seeking vintage decor, collectibles, etc., and then you're reselling those for a profit, and you buy this shit, okay, maybe I shouldn't call it shit. Maybe it's high quality. I don't know. Maybe I need to buy one and see. But if you buy this item online at drop and then resell it for 3 to 5x, you're a scalper. You're not a reseller. Hello and welcome to Destiny Dreams, where some dreams turn into nightmares. And today is one of those. My name is Chelle, and I'm here to talk about all things regarding resellers and thrifting, vintage, and people that just don't get it. People that don't understand. A little bit of commentary, a little bit of ranting, a little bit of tips and tricks, how-tos, and just good, wholesome discussion. So, if you're new here, which maybe you are, please consider subscribing, hitting the like button. It's going to help me out a lot. I do plan to post 3 to 5 videos a week. This is the first one of this week, and I'm fired up. So welcome to Chelle's Rants. Let's get into it. Okay, so, oh, the algorithm be algorithming, y'all. So just as soon as I'm starting to gripe, obviously, lately, about the difference between a curator, reseller, and a scalper, my algorithm serves me a piece of pie that just went to my core. So I had already been aware that like places like Temu and things like that, they're doing knockoff like hen on nests. They're doing knockoff fairy lamps, things of that nature, right? Where it's probably not as good quality. I don't know. I'm actually tempted to order some just to get it into my hands and see. I hate to even say those words out loud because I will be supporting the absolute thing that just infuriates me. Now listen, I'm not saying I don't order from Temu, y'all. Because I do. I get my shipping boxes on Temu because they be cheap. They be cheap. And good quality, by the way. But anyways, okay. But the glassware and things like that, I can't stand a dupe. I can't stand a counterfeit item. I can't. TikTok is serving me all of these luxury bag websites, and it makes my skin crawl. Can you ever feel something like in your spine, like when you hear a noise or you see something and you can feel it in your spine? Like, I don't know how else to explain it, but I feel it in my spine and it's not comfortable. So I got served this video. Let's watch it together. It is muted because it's got music. No copyright infringement over here. We want to stay within the guidelines, y'all. But let's check. Let's just look. So she's excited. She's a reseller. She's excited because she got fairy lamp mail, and I'm like, I'm sorry. What was that? What was this fairy lamp mail that we just received? And I'm like, what is that? And I take a look, little closer look, right? And it is a company. They are USA based. Love that. We love to support that. Someone's calling me. So where was I before my phone rang? Oh, okay. These fairy lamps, this fairy mail that she got, in her little box there is from a company called Weisher Enterprises. Now, I looked it up and let's see, we'll just show you here. Yes. So Weisher Enterprises, based here in the USA, and it says here that they focus on moon and star glassware. And I was like, oh, where have I heard that before? Down here it states that the moon and star design was originally known as the Palace, that was produced from 1894 to 1905 by the Adams Glass Company, and then later by the United States Glass Company that acquired the old Pittsburgh firm. Goes on here talking about that, and then we see a lot of information here. In the late 1990s, the moon and star glassware had become the hottest and most sought after collectible of the times. I'm kind of reading through this. It's like, oh, how is it made? They were on that show. If you guys remember the How It's Made show, my son was obsessed with that show. But I'm like, okay, so it looks here like in conjunction with the L.E. Smith Glass Company, the moon and star design was then incorporated into approximately 100 plus new shapes and sizes, were sold nationwide, blah, 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 blah. So they worked with the L.E. Glass Company of Mount Pleasant and the Pioneer Glass Company from Ohio. And they are now producing glassware in this moon and star design. Now, I will say that some of these products are very beautiful. Take note, they're out of stock. Any guesses as to why? Some of these are gorgeous. Now, this irritates me because I'm like, oh, let's look at this closer. Oh, I can't look at it closer. They don't let you look at anything any closer, but whatever. So going on through here, so I do have some L.E. Smith pieces that are vintage and that are true to L.E. Smith. I'm like, oh, okay, these are great prices, right? For brand new fairy lamps. Now, keep in mind, these are produced currently. These are brand new. I don't know the quality. I am thinking about getting my hands on one just to see and compare it to my L.E. Smith fairy lamp. But okay, great, right? If we're producing quality items here in the USA, I'm all for that. As long as it's quality. This mass production of just shit drives me insane. Look, I'm looking around my desk. Let's talk about mass production of shit, right? So I get these little, I told you I do order off of Temu. I get these little box cutters. But it's plastic, right? It's just plastic waste. Once this little blade is dull, yes, it's so cute. It's a flower. But once this blade is dull, it's going to the landfill, right? And we're sick of that. We're sick of the landfill mess. So let's talk about the comparison, right, of the L.E. Smith and why people might be inclined to be purchasing these instead. So let's look at original L.E. Smith, right? Let's take a look. Okay, so this is L.E. Smith. So you see the moon and star, just like what you were seeing from that Weisher Enterprises. God, I hope I'm saying that right. But then you can also see the prices, right? So it's expensive, and the fairy lamps get even crazier. Let's do so the plum, these purple ones, super rare. So 1125, 950, and I know you might be saying, Michelle, okay, that's the list price. That's not the sold price. They sell. They do sell. These are some of those items that is just a wish list item, and it just is what it is. People save up and people splurge, and people be spending. Hey, I have this one. This is the one I have. I have this fairy lamp. Now, to my understanding, this is not the original base. I actually bought the top. I found the top at a garage sale, and I just stuck it on a base that I had because it's so pretty in the fall. It comes out in the fall with my fall things. So I get why they're charging $42 here because that is not the original base to that one. that specific one. But yeah, I mean, these are gorgeous. So like, here's an example right here of one that, you know, we saw on the Weisher Enterprises. So $262.50. Great. Great. Honestly, it's worth that. It's worth that because of market value. It's worth that because people will pay for it. It's worth that because it's rare. And they're not everywhere. This L.E. Smith, now maybe in time, it's going to be everywhere, right? Kind of like the Indiana glass. It was rare for a little bit because those people still had their items. They had not had their estate sales yet. And now it's kind of everywhere. L.E. Smith is probably still being held on to. Unfortunately, in my opinion, I do think it breaks easily. And so some pieces probably have just been tossed. It's kind of like Fenton, right? It gets a chip in it and people don't realize, oh, this will be worth something someday, so they toss it. Which gives me anxiety because, look, if you have Fenton and you want to get rid of it, just give me a call. Just call me. Let me know. Let me know. But for funsies, let's look at what this Weisher, am I spelling that right? Weisher, yeah, Enterprises fairy lamp is going for on eBay. $100. Where's $59.50, 45, 45, 45, $249. $425. $300. This is a new item. It's new. Newly produced. It's not vintage. It's not L.E. Smith. King of Glass, I see you with your shit-ass scalper behavior. Right to antique. I have to look. Where's the antiques? No. Right to antique. Let's just see what else you have listed. Weisher. Fenton at $274. Vintage, not antique. So, as a reminder, vintage is 20 plus, antique is 100 plus. Fenton Plum, very sought after, $375. Fair. The Mosser Viking molds. I'm not a fan of these, but I get that there's people out there. I get it. There's a market for it. $389. The Creepy Santa. No, not my vibe. I love Fenton, but don't bring me no Creepy Santas. Don't bring me no Creepy Santas. Oh, another Weisher. Oh, and we're starting the bid at $199. We have a 50 iridescent, the carnival glass, the strawberry pattern for $150. That's overpriced. Especially for the clear. Another Weisher for $275. Now, I'm going to say this because all of the Weisher items on this make me question the validity of something like these hen-on nests. Like, I get that they're stating that this is Weisher. Thanks for being honest. Thanks for that. But if you've become a scalper, is that your gateway drug to unethical dupes? Is that your gateway drug to counterfeits? Because listen, here's the thing, right? A reseller, a curator, is typically going to have one, maybe two of something. You see how many of these Weisher fairy lamps they have? So during the drops, they log on, they place their order, and then they resell them because they've scalped them. So I saw the argument in the comments of that TikTok video that said, well, you know, for those of us that can't afford the ones that are out there, this is a good alternative. Absolutely. 100% it is. Except the comment was on the YouTube video of the scalper. That person's not helping you make this more affordable. This person is scalping these at every single drop so that they can then sell it to you 2x, 3x, sometimes 5x, because they have scalped them. They have scalped them from the people that want to purchase an affordable, hopefully good quality fairy lamp. I'm probably going to buy one of these because I do want to see the quality. I want to see it. I'm going to let you know now, though. It will either be, maybe it'll be a giveaway. Actually, yes, that's what I'm going to do. So, I'm going to purchase one of these, a fairy lamp, and I'll use it as a giveaway. I'll purchase the blue if it comes back, because I do have an L.E. Smith blue top. But I'll find something to purchase from there, and then we'll just use it as a giveaway. But how long until we're already having to do this, right? Because now we have to look out for the bottom signature to know, is this L.E. Smith or is this Weisher? You can hardly see it in this picture, but this is where the signature is that they talked about, where they changed the mold and they put the signature in. Man, I mean, it just irritates me. Like, my chest is red. I get mad. I just get so, I'm passionate. I get passionate. Oh, it just ticks me off. These bowls are pretty. Maybe I'll buy one of these bowls and we'll do it as a giveaway. Let's go back to that really quick, actually. Comment below what you would like to see me purchase and use as a giveaway. Is it one of these fairy lamps? Is it one of the bowls? Candy dish? Comment below. Toothpick holder? I don't know. Comment below. We'll compare it to originally, we'll do a video. We'll compare it to the original L.E. Smith item, and we'll do a giveaway. I think it sounds fun. So yes, comment below which one you think I should buy for that video, and then we'll get started. But let me know. Let me know down below. What are your thoughts? Do you feel like we're headed now down this slippery slope of vintage curators going, it's not enough. It's not enough. Give me more. I gotta have more, right? And so, like, the gateway to hell has opened. And people are slowly moving through it, claiming, oh, I'm being honest. Yeah, but how long until you're not? Because now you've gone from a curator to a scummy, scammy scalper. How long before you're deceiving people and you're lying and you're selling counterfeit items and trying to pass them off as vintage? Let me know your comments down below. Let me know your thoughts. Again, please keep your comments topic specific. There is no room for ickiness down in my comments. If you do have ickiness that is not warranted towards the topic of this video, I will remove your comment because there is no place for it here. Thank you so much for joining me in my rant. please do consider subscribing. Please join me, join Destiny Dreams as we dip into some nightmares and as we continue on into our reselling, our thrifting in an ethical way. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Bye.